Y'all, this is the second discussion about fibroids. I'm trying to give you as much as I can in a small enough window where y'all can do what y'all need to do. And then I want to also be available in case, and not even in case, when you have questions, because you're gonna have questions. But I need to go over some things with y'all so that you understand what it is you about to do. We talked about this last week, and I'll just briefly go back over it, some of it. There are some things that need to be discussed. So tonight, we're going to be talking about what fibroids really are. Not just in the body, but in the spirit, in the mind, and in our lineages. Fibroids are like, how can I put this? They're like physical manifestations of energetic congestion. It's your body's response to trauma. It's your body's response to trauma. That's what a fibroid is. Your body is intelligent enough to have seen a parasite lurking around in your womb. And it said, oh, hell no. And it built this tissue wall. That tissue wall is the fibroid. Now, what's inside of the fibroid can be many different things. Okay? Many different things. Some things you wouldn't even believe. Probably wouldn't even believe. Being fibroids. And so many of y'all have inboxed me to help y'all. That was not my intention when I first put the video out. Y'all know which video it was. It got the most views on my page, and I hadn't, I'm still kind of new to TikTok. And then the inboxing, yeah, I cried on a lot of y'all messages because I have been through, similar situations to many of y'all. And I didn't realize until I started researching what fibroids were. How many women all over the world have the same to similar issues. Fibroids is a monstrosity. It is a huge dent in our existence. Fibroids is your womb's signal that you need a reset. It's a parasite. Something foreign invaded your body, and it was causing your body so much stress that it created a bump. So like, you know how on the exterior of your body, When you stressed out or when you getting ready to go on your period, I know for me personally, when I'm getting ready to go on my period, one of the signs of me being on my period is a bump on my face some damn where. I don't do bumps. I don't like bumps on my face. I don't play the bump thing. So this particular bump shows up in the same area, and that is my personal signal that my cycle getting ready to come on. That bump. And that's not any ordinary pimple, like a pimple from eating too much fried food, or a stress zit real fast or whatever. This pimple hurt. That's what the fibroid is internally. It is your body's way of saying some shit is going down in your body and you need to fix it. That's what a fibroid is. It is unpacked trauma. Anything that you've ever been through in life, everything that you've been through in life as a female is registered in your womb. Okay, so the purpose of eliminating the fibroid, maybe y'all should ask yourself that. Why do you want to get rid of this fibroid? Because the doctors told me, I'm just telling you what the doctors told me. The doctors told me that they were nothing to worry about. When they start off little small cysts, then they develop into tumors or fibroids. Then they eventually can develop into tumors. When it gets worse and worse and worse and worse, what they tell you is, they told me, I was telling you what they told me, it was nothing to worry about. And I find out that that's not the case. It's actually a lot to worry about. Medicine is just now getting around to caring about females, the female species. And what's so interesting, y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all some stuff that's gonna most likely blow your mind, because it blew mine. It blew mine when I found out. God dog it, I got to tell you too. I got to tell you what I found out. It is a problem all across the female board. That includes animals. Yup. Females of every species, every life form, all deal with the same problem. We all deal with the same problem. So I hope y'all got some note-taking material. I'm right now. I'm trying to plug my laptop back up because it said it's gonna die. It's gonna die on me. Put that in there. Plug that in there like that. Okay. Alrighty. So how I've comprised this, we're going to break this down real fast, okay? It's 7:08. We just not getting to it. Does anybody have any questions for me before I start? Let's see. We got Gloria in Mind 7. Hey, everybody. 115th. Who that is? Paula Sophia. Hey, everybody. Ariel. Michelle, Irish meathead. Okay. Mari, hey Mari. Kimi, that's cute. Does anybody? Hey, bestie. Name kills me every time. Hey, bestie. I can't say it no other way. Bestie. Does anybody have any questions for me before we get right into the nitty gritty. I said we get into the rooter and the tutor today. That's what we doing. That's what we doing. Last week was rocky. We in the like booty here today. We finna do this thing. I need everybody to get some note taking materials, please. We're gonna go through 8 modules. These are gonna be your healing keys. Write this down. We're going through 8 modules, so number your papers from 1 to 8. And we're going to use these as healing keys. Okay? We're showing you how to get rid of fibroids, but there is a process and some things that you need to know before you try to even think to get rid of a fibroid on your own without surgery. It can be done. I've done it twice. Twice because the first time I got rid of my fibroids, I didn't know that I went back and did the same shit I did to get the fibroids. And I didn't know what that was. And so the second time, I like I said, it was an issue. So that second time is the time that I started researching and studying. So then I got rid of them again. But it can be done without surgery. It can absolutely be done without surgery. Wow, bestie. Okay, I'm gonna look into that. That's absolutely that is hilarious. That is hilarious. And it doesn't surprise me. You know, it does not surprise me. I'm gonna look into that though. Thank you for letting me know, because if it wasn't for you, I would never have known as long as I put it out. And so right is wow, right. In Malaysia. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna get that fixed. So we got 8 modules. We're gonna use these as healing keys, y'all. Number 1, the light. The light. Light. That light. I'm going to explain to you what the light is and how that affects your fibroids. When I tell you what it is, you'll know what it is, and you'll know why it would affect your fibroids. Okay? The light and the code, by the way, and the code, the light and the code of your body is your genetic memory and maternal lineage. Fibroids often mirror that ancestral pain. Okay? So the healing focus for number 1 is to identify what generational patterns you've carried in the womb. Is to identify what generational patterns you've carried in your womb. And to heal this, you begin a 30-day lineage release journal. That is going to help you identify generational patterns. Begin a 30-day lineage release journal. That's number 1, the light. The light and the code, that is your genetic memory and maternal lineage. Fibroids often mirror that ancestral pain. I told you fibroids are a result of trauma. There's trauma going on, things that you've been through in life that's caused you trauma. And what happens is most times we suppress it. We pack it down. Especially, I was going to say, especially black women. I got my quote fingers up there because I don't like the word black. Melanated women, that's better. So, but I'm not going to say that because I've never been a woman of any other race. And I don't know how that trauma affects, how their personal trauma affects them, but all females are my sisters. So I'm not going to say whose trauma was worse. What I do know for a fact is that that's where fibroids develop from. Unpacked trauma. So we're going to start right on at the top. Right on at the top is the light and the code. That's number 1. Write that down. It's your genetic memory and your maternal lineage. Fibroids often mirror that ancestral pain, okay? So the focus for number 1 is to identify what generational patterns you've carried in the womb. Identify them and begin a 30-day lineage release journal. Number 2, the spirit and the circuit. Circuit, C-I-R-C-U-I-T, the circuit. The spirit and the circuit is number 2. How that connects to the fibroids, it generates stagnant energy. It's emotional electricity blocked inside of your pelvis. Okay, stagnant energy and emotional electricity blocked inside of your pelvis. So the focus for number 2 is daily movements. Whether you're dancing, whether you're doing yoga, whether you're doing deep breathing to restore your current flow. Your current, not right now current, your energy flow. And ladies, I don't care whether you believe in religion or whether you don't believe in religion. None of that matters, whether you're married or whether you're not, whether you pray or you meditate. These are all things me and my sisters need to do regardless to where we are all over the world. These are things that were passed down to us for eons that most of us have forgotten. Our genetic memory has been erased in some form or fashion. It's not like we can't get it back, but there are some things that we need to do in order to unpack our genetic memory, in order to mend it. Number 2, again, is the spirit and the circuit. That's stagnant energy. That's what fibroids create. Stagnant energy. So daily movement, dance, deep breathing, okay, to restore your current flow. Number 3, the pineal gland. The pineal gland, Pineal, the pineal gland. That is your quote unquote antenna. Fibroids affect your pineal gland. Okay, loss of inner vision, loss of your third eye. We disconnect from our intuitive self when our pineal glands have a problem. We disconnect from our intuitive self-diagnosis. We disconnect from it. because of the fibroid, because of unpacked trauma. That's why this is so important for me to explain to you why you should get rid of the fibroid. It's more than just physical, because it hurt or because it's a pain. Of course, that's agonizing pain. I completely understand. I've been through it. But it's sucking your energy, it's sucking your life force too. It is a parasite that feeds off of your energy. So these things are key to getting rid of it without surgery. So the pineal gland, which is your antenna, okay? The fibroid produces loss of inner vision, and we disconnect from our intuitive self. And so the healing focus for number 3 is dream tracking. You're checking, you're troubleshooting your pineal gland. All of these things, the healing focuses, all of the healing focuses are what we're doing to troubleshoot the problem. Okay? And we're on number 3, ladies. Dream tracking and meditation for inner guidance. Inner guidance. I would highly suggest y'all don't talk to nobody outside of yourself for your inner guidance. You all know what I'm talking about as the feminine divine. We have a connection with the Creator out the gate. And with that being said, our dreams, we need to learn how to have lucid dreaming. And what I highly suggest for lucid dreaming, for those of you that don't know, is to be able to manually go into your own dream and assess your dream while the dream is happening. You can do that. I learned this 20-something years ago. And it's not hard. All we do is get a glass of spring water. A glass of spring water, and sit it next to your bed while you sleep. And before you go to sleep, relax your body. Relax your body before you go to sleep. Cut your mind off. Because I think 1,000 things, man. My mind will not cut off unless I purposely cut it off. And what helps me cut my rapid thinking off is when I close my eyes, I look up under my eyelids and it's absolute darkness. And I just look at that darkness. And it helps me clear my mind because I see nothing. That's what helps. That's what helps. So, but number 3 is pineal gland. Okay. One more time, dream tracking and meditation for inner guidance. Okay. You're checking out what your womb is saying. Talk to your womb by doing inner deep breaths. Okay. Number 4 is the spine. Number 4, the spine. That is your conductor. Your spine is your conductor. What that has to do with your fibroids is it's your postural and nervous system imbalance. Your postural and your nervous system imbalance. Chronic tension in the lower back restricts blood flow. Now sit here and say most of y'all don't have back problems. Just listen, I don't even have to know all of y'all to know that I know too many women with back problems. If I know too many women with back problems, I know y'all know too many women with back problems. That means it's a lot of us with back problems. It's a lot of us out here with lower back problems. Am I lying? Why do we all have lower back problems? Huh? Postural and nervous system imbalance. Fibroids have everything to do with chronic tension in your lower back because it restricts your blood flow, because the fibroids are redirecting your blood flow to feed itself. Whatever is inside of that fibroid has okay, has it going in my mind, has rewired your that is insane. That is insane. Wow. It rewires it to send your current and your blood and your life force to it to feed it. So the healing focus for your spine is spinal alignment. Spinal alignment. Do some yoga. Do some body work. Definitely get that magnesium. I get my magnesium from itsbutterbaby.com because it's 100% pure green salt from the Netherlands. Real magnesium. And it's a topical spray. So it's easy for me to just spray it. I spray it in my head when I get migraines. I spray it on the bottom of my feet when I want really, really good sleep. My mom, she uses it for blood circulation. She uses it. She said it helps with her hair, keep her hair black. You can use it in your teeth to strengthen your gums and your enamel. Magnesium, that's one of the things that help with the spine and nerve support. You could get that at itsbutterbaby.com. There's no weird way of spelling it. Somebody, if you could put it down there, I'll see. I could put it down there. Let me see. Here we go. No. Respond to comment. Yeah. Wrapping up. We have 4 more to go. And we're going to do those next week. We have to do things in decent order, y'all. 1, 2, 3, and 4 are things that we need to be focused on. One day at a time. One day at a time. Consistency. You can build your body any way you want it to look. Any way you want it. But guess what? I got news flash. Your body does not operate purely on the physical. It is time for us as the feminine divine. We are the creators of creation. And messing with our bodies, taking advantage of our bodies, abusing our bodies, letting other people abuse our bodies is over with. It's played. It's played. We're not going to sit here and act like we're not sacred entities. Because life comes through us. Hello, somebody. Life. L-I-F-E, life. Life comes through us. If we don't understand our value, ladies, ain't nobody else gonna understand it. That's what I'm here for. I'm not going nowhere. If you have questions, I have no problem answering. Fibroids is it's a monstrous thing to have inside of your body because it is sucking your energy from you to feed itself in your own body. Now, what that make sense? That's like an intruder intruding in your house. It just kicked your door open, sat down on your couch, laid its balls out and was like, go get me something to drink in your house. That's what a fibroid did and does. We need to understand who we are, where we come from, why we're here. These are things that we need to understand. Not just because of the dang on fibroid. I just said I can show y'all how to download your ancestral memories. Because whether you believe this or not, those of us who've had epidurals, the epidurals, they scramble your ancestral DNA. The anesthesiologists don't tell you that, though. They're not going to tell you that. Can you repeat the light part where you said identity something? Okay, the light, your healing, that's your healing focus. So the healing focus for number 1, which is the light in the code, is to identify what generational patterns you've carried in the womb. Things that come from your family, the traumas that happened in your family, and the things, the generational patterns, we call them generational curses. Go backtrack, troubleshoot what was happening and what has happened, how it affects you. Use a 30-day lineage release journal. That's you can call it whatever you want. I just suggested begin a 30-day lineage release journal and just jot down all the stuff that he touched me, she hit me, she lied on me, she stole my car, she set me up, he framed, you know what I'm saying? Write all that down in your 30-day journal every day, and I want y'all to really, really unpack it. Yep. That means opening some windows you didn't think you was going to open. But we want to get rid of fibroids and we want our power back. The female in every species, this is an absolute fact. An absolute fact. Send me somebody that'll debate it. Just send me. I'm waiting. I've been waiting. The female of any species is the central nervous system of all that surrounds it. We are the central nervous system. Everything comes through us and in us. Pun intended. That's fact. Everything comes through us and in us. Okay. We absorb everybody's problems. Mom, can I have? I just talked about that earlier today. When before we started, I'm in the back teasing. But that mom, can I have thing? Or mom, can I do this? And mom, that gets called all day, every day. I understand. And babe and darling and sweetheart and whatever else. TT, grandma, auntie, you name it. Everybody calls upon the mother to help them, but who is helping us? Oh, okay. All right. I know y'all hear me talking to y'all. I know y'all hear me talking to y'all. The woman is the central nervous system to her environment. The central nervous system. Everything comes in her and out of her. Consider a fibroid like your first line of defense, but it's also your last. Most of y'all are talking to have inboxed me about having surgery, have had surgeries, because doctors really quickly want to take our uteruses out. It's like they just get so excited when they mentioned it. I'm finna hit y'all with something. I wasn't gonna do it until next week, but I'm gonna tell y'all right now ahead of time. I'm gonna tell y'all ahead of time. In order to get rid of fibroids, you're gonna need a year away from penis. That's the worst of the issue. The worst of the issue. Everything else is lighthearted. I felt compelled to tell y'all this today and right now because I think y'all should really meditate or pray. Go to God, go to your creator, go to your creator. Go to your creator in solace and talk about a 360-day reset. A 360-day reset. Ask your creator about that. 360 days, ladies. And I didn't say 5. I said 360 because that is the number of completion. That is the number of completion. 360. That extra 5 shit, man did that. 360-day reset. You are the feminine divine. The feminine divine. That is represented as X. I want y'all to write that down somewhere on your paper or somewhere on your tablet. Wherever y'all at, however y'all writing it. Write down X equals 360 degrees. That is the math, which makes it absolute fact. 360 degrees. Solve for X. You don't have to write that. I'm just giving you the check your math aspect of it. 90 times 4 is 360.
Fuck this. God.
Hey, Roya. 90 times 4 is 360. That is the math of X. You are the feminine divine. You are a complete being. That is what 360 is. It is a complete human being. You are an independent species. All females are. That is why everyone needs you for their survival. But who is healing you? Who's healing you? You are self-regenerative. I'm going to say that again. The female is self-regenerative. How do you know that? How do you know this, Issa? Okay, well, because you are the creator. See rule number 1. You are the creator. Life flows in you and out of you. You are the socket. You are where the energy comes from. This fibroid, it's an invader. It's a hater. All the stress that people put on you, your job, your family, your husband or significant other, all the stress that's put on you is bottled up. Bubbled up and made into a fibroid. That's what that is. So I'm going to open the floor in just a minute. But this 360-day fibroid kill plan is what I'm calling it. And it's going to be broken up according to the creator's math. And the creator's math defines the female as 360 degrees. She's a complete human being. And we're going to break that thing up the way that math has us to break it up. 90 times 4. That's 4 seasons of our existence to complete the whole 360-day fibroid kill plan. We're going to take this thing one day at a time. Now, everyone, when I say to y'all and with just the utmost love, if you are married or if you are in a relationship, a serious relationship, have this conversation with your spouse, because that will be the worst of your issue. Not having sex for a year. I don't even want to get into why the penis is forbidden within the body while the body is doing a reset. It's a reset. How you gonna reset when you keep tampering with it? He gonna have to deal with it or not deal with it. It's one of the two. It's one of the two. But I'm just gonna say from my personal experience, the people that I keep around me are people that love me enough for me to want to heal. Okay, then. It's simple. It's as simple as that. Do you want me to heal? Because I'm sick. I have a fibroid inside of my body. The fibroid is sucking my energy. I'm tired all the time. I'm stressed all the time. I'm sleepy. I don't feel like talking to nobody. I don't want to go out. When y'all pull me out, I really don't want to be there. I got to go home. I don't want to hang around people. I'm sluggish. I'm eating cookies and cakes and ice creams and I'm not working out. I do work out sometime, but other times I just don't feel like it. I just want to go to sleep. I just want to lay down. I just want to chill. I just want to relax. And ain't nothing wrong with chilling and relaxing. But when it gets to the point where you're depressed and your hair falling out and you're zitting and you got this extra fupa, and I know everybody got a fupa, especially after a child, but that extra fupa that don't need to be classified as fupa. It's more like fuda. It's more like fuda or alcohola. And we start abusing our bodies. We don't even have to have a fibroid to know that we are really, really sick. We're sick. As females, we are sick. The female species is sick. The female species. I'm talking about even in the animal kingdom. Even in the animal kingdom. I'm gonna tell y'all about that next week. The stuff that's going down in the female species. Everybody know what our problem is. We got one common problem. But I'm just gonna leave it at that's the worst of your problem right there. Penis. For the rest of the women who have already been celibate or hadn't had sex in years or whatever the situation is, that's the worst of your problem. The rest of it involves cleaning your body out, exercising, meditation, and prayer. I'm going to give y'all specific herbs that I took. But I will tell you this right now. As of right now, I want everybody to go get a garlic unless you're allergic to it. Let me just say this too. I'm just telling you what I did. I'm not a physician. I'm not trying to be no doctor, no nothing. I'm going to tell you what I did. I made it to become a breatharian. For anybody that don't know what a breatharian is, it's somebody that don't even eat. I went 2 months without eating food. People say that's impossible. I heard it all the time. It don't really matter to me because they can't tell me what my experience was. I'm me. I took vitamin supplements, but I didn't eat food. That's how, and I am nowhere near that level. I backslid a lot, y'all. But that is what I'm getting back to. I'm working to get back toward the future me that's waiting for me on the other side. Because, y'all, we got a power inside of us. And these men don't want us to harness it. They don't want us to discover the power of us. They don't want us to have it. There's a parasite in the world and inside of our body that is sucking the life out of us. It's sucking the life force out of us. We have to reset. A 360-day reset. So let me open the floor to anybody who have any questions. We got 4 phases. Number 1 is the reset. That's days 1 through 90. The first 90 days is phase 1. That's the reset. I want everybody to send me their email address, and I'm going to send you the list. Send me the email address, and I'm going to send you the list. Number 2, we're rewiring. That's the next 90 days. Phase 3, we're regenerating. And phase 4 is our rebirth. I can't explain to y'all how it feels to be on the level of a breatharian. I'm not saying that that's where y'all gotta go. But what I do know is that we sick. And it's from the food that we eating, the air that we breathing, the water we drinking, the people that's around us, the people that's breathing on us, the people that's sucking from us, the people that's pulling from our energy. And we don't have nowhere to recoup. Ain't nobody talking about no dang on spa. I'm going to the spa soon too. Anyway, I'm going to the spa, but I know that that's just the physical aspect of my healing. And that's not the internal physical aspect, y'all. What did what feel like being a breatharian? Girl, if that's what you're talking about, I'm trying to get back there. I'm trying to get back there. So I know how it feels like to fail my own self. And I'm going to tell you, my phobia, I'm not afraid of death, spiders, snakes, heights, none of that. My phobia is regret. That's my phobia. So with that being said, I've been to the other side of me and had my ancestral memories downloaded. It was to the point where I was hearing the creator, like the creator was standing right behind me in my ear all day, every day. And it was too much for me. It felt like it was too much for me. And so I backslid. I started eating unhealthy again, and one thing led to another. I just backslid. I backslid. I was on that path to the creator. I was on that path to receiving all of my ancestral memories downloaded and regaining my power. I can't even tell you the path that I was walking. It was I'm just trying to get back there. I'm just trying to get back there. This is part of my journey. I know I'm supposed to give y'all this information. We all have that ability. I'm not exempt from the problems, y'all. I just want everybody to know that. I'm not exempt from the problems. I'm a sister, like y'all my sisters, and we all in the same boat. I just happen to have a map and can say we need to head that way, y'all. We need to head east. Let's head east.
He right there. Yeah, he gonna get there.
Somebody talking? Who did you? What does downloading ancestral knowledge mean? That is your genetic memories. Remember back up at the first one, at the first module. Number 1 was the light and the code. The light is another name for the creator. I'm going to explain to y'all next week, but it's a fascinating fact. We're not just talking about religion here. I can show you a quick image of God or your creator. I'm going to explain to you where you can see that at. Shows up every time, and we've passed it. We've ignored it. We ain't even paid attention to it, and most of us don't even know it exists. But downloading your genetic memory is the memory that you've had in your soul ever since your soul came to this planet. That is your genetic memory. You'll remember who you are and who you were. Because all of us, it's our birthright. As the feminine divine. And the reason why we call it the divine is because we carry a portal. But yes, your genetic memory and your maternal lineage. Memories. Does anybody have any else questions like time travel? I don't know about time travel because I think time travel is me getting in my car going to the grocery store. That's time travel. How I watch the cars in front of me get smaller and smaller and smaller the further off they get. That's time travel. The time it takes for me to get to my house to somewhere I gotta go, that's time travel to me. So when you say time travel, like, it could be considered time travel, I would imagine, because it's still going through time. My soul is old. My soul is super old. Yes, past lives. Past lives. Very real because your blood is real. Your blood and your genetics is real. Therefore, your experiences are real. And you can actually remember them. When they say you can't remember them, that's for people who have calcified pineal glands, which is another reason we got to get rid of these dang on fibroids. Loss of inner vision is number 3. Remember I said that your pineal gland is your antenna. So loss of inner vision. You disconnect from your intuitive self. You disconnect from your creator. Your creator can't give you a genetic download if you can't hear your creator. From within. All women can. So once again, these fibroids, they're a bigger problem than what you thought. Than what you may have thought. I don't know what you thought. This 360-day fibroid kill plan is the move. With the lineage journal, do I list all traumas or just those done by family members? Every trauma. Because if you had them traumas while you were carrying a baby, and that baby especially happened to be a girl, then in her eggs is your trauma. Hey, in her eggs is your trauma. That's how deep that is. That's what I mean about ancestral memories. There go the proof right there. I'm carrying a baby who has eggs inside of her body while she's in mine. So whatever I'm going through, she's going through, and her eggs are going through. We got 3 more minutes, y'all. We're going to do this every Sunday. Every Thursday at 7 o'clock. Next week will be part 3, where we're going to go over the other 4. 5. So that's number 5, 6, 7, and 8. We're going to briefly go over 5, 6, 7, and 8, just for you to jot those down. But we're going to go into depth 1 through 4. Okay? And if there are no more questions, y'all, I appreciate y'all listening. I hope that I edified y'all in some way. I hope that y'all, got something out of it. I really, really hope that everyone hearing my voice would really, really take into account speaking from within. Talk to your creator about this 360-day reset. However long it takes for you to come to the conclusion that the bio-psycho-spiritual is what I call it. That includes your mind, your body, and your spirit. One cannot heal without the other 2. That is how I've based my life, because all 3 equal one soul. All three equal one soul.